That's a really good question. Let's talk about visual editors and what those are. You've decided to create an A/B test. You have a particular page that you've identified that there's a problem area on that page. Think to yourself, okay, well, I know what the problem is. Now I need to create a new design to fix that problem. It could be something as simple, oh, the headline is just absolutely horrible. I need to create a new headline. It could be something a lot more extravagant, a lot more involved. Oh, I need to change the whole layout of the page, what elements appear and the order of the elements and the copy. So the problem that most marketers run into is they come up with a really good idea and then they have to wait for the development teams to make the changes. And you know what that means? Begging developers to, like, can you give me some time? Can you please make this change? And developers, of course, have a different set of priorities that they're looking at. That means that although marketers are coming up with good ideas, those good ideas are not getting implemented on the website, which means that marketers are not using the A/B testing platforms, which means that there's a chance that they might churn, decide, you know what, this is not worth it. We don't want to continue paying and using the A/B testing platform. The genius of A/B testing platforms is that they said, hey, how about we create a visual editor where you can pull up any page on the website and you can make the changes yourself. The idea sounds really good because, hey, marketers, you no longer have to depend or rely on your developers to actually make the changes. The minute our tool is integrated with the website, you can make the changes yourself. Good in theory, bad in practice. These tools have to manipulate the page. They have to be intelligent enough to allow you to visually move elements around. And then these tools in the back have to actually write the JavaScript that simulates any changes you want to make on the page. So the quality of those visual editors will depend on the quality of the custom code that these tools generate. In my experience, there are two different sets of A/B tests. A small set of A/B tests where it's just really simple. I'm changing a headline, I'm changing an image, and really doing that using the visual editor is really simple and straightforward, and using visual editor makes sense. Most of your A/B testing, 85% of your A/B testing is more complex. You're changing multiple things, you're changing layouts, and the custom code that a visual editor generates will not be, in 99% of the cases, as good as bringing your own developer and telling them, hey, Mr. Developer, can you actually write me the code to make those changes? A/B testing platforms don't like to hear this, and they will push their visual editors again and again. But as somebody who used to be technical, as somebody who looks at some of the custom code these visual editors generate, I know that they're not as good as solid, clean code written by sharp developers. The visual editor, in order for it to work, has to accommodate all sorts of websites. React websites, PHP websites, pure HTML. It's just difficult. It's a lot different than having a developer that is looking at a single website and looking at the code and saying, oh, here's how I can implement this really quickly. In our testing, and I can comfortably say this, of the thousands, over what, 24,000 A/B tests that we've run, probably we've used visual editors, I think less than 50 of them. That might tell you my view of the visual editor. Now, I'm just going to add this. FigPy has a visual editor. We don't recommend using visual editors, but really we've added it to FigPy because people keep on asking for it. Because you know there's a core set of features that everybody's going to ask for. Think about this. When somebody wants to buy a car, there's a core set of features. They have like maybe 30 different things that they're going to consider. And if your car doesn't have those 30 different things, they might say, you know what, I don't want to consider this. Like, this just doesn't have it. Knowing that after somebody actually makes the purchase, whether it's for a tool or the car, they're most likely not going to use this feature. It's useless. It's there. It just leveled the playing field, got us into the battle. And I think that's what you have to do with some of the features. Trying to educate the market to say, actually, this feature is absolutely horrible and you should not rely on it might be an uphill battle and one that's not worth fighting.